Dr. Kaia Okafor had always found it ironic that she spent her days helping people connect while actively avoiding human contact herself. The neural enhancement bay of the Meridian's edge was her sanctuary, a sterile, chrome-plated bubble where emotions could be quantified, packaged, and sold like any other luxury commodity. Which, let's be honest, was exactly what they were on this floating palace of corporate-sponsored self-discovery. "Next patient, please," she muttered into her headset, watching the biometric readouts dance across her retinal display. Another day, another rich colonist seeking to purchase enlightenment at 30,000 credits per session. Junlu entered with the careful movements of someone carrying invisible weight. Mid-30s, designer griefwear in muted grays, and eyes that looked like they'd seen too much and felt even more. The passenger manifest listed him as a terraforming engineer heading to Kepler for 42B, but Kaia could read the real story in his cortisol levels and the way his hands trembled when he thought no one was looking. "So," Kaia said, settling into her ergonomic throne of technological superiority, "what particular flavor of emotional tourism are we serving today?" The brochure mentions our premium empathy mapping experience. Apparently it's very popular with passengers who want to, quote, truly understand the hearts of others. She couldn't quite keep the sarcasm out of her voice. 3 years of helping wealthy travelers play with their brain chemistry had that effect. Jin's smile was paper-thin. "My daughter died in a terraforming accident 6 months ago. The therapists on Earth said I have something called empathy deficit disorder. That I can't connect anymore. Can't feel what others feel." He paused, staring at the neural interface crown hanging from the ceiling like a chrome spider. "They said this might help, right? Of course it was dead kid trauma. The universe had a twisted sense of humor. The empathy parasites we use are completely safe," Kaia explained, her clinical mask sliding into place. "Biosynthetic organisms designed to temporarily bridge neural pathways between subjects. They map emotional responses, create temporary synaptic connections that allow you to literally experience someone else's feelings. Most clients find it illuminating." What she didn't mention was that the parasites were the result of 15 years of corporate research into manufacturing authentic human experiences. Nurex Corporation had spent billions developing organisms that could commodify the one thing money supposedly couldn't buy: genuine emotional connection. The fact that they looked like microscopic jellyfish crossed with fiber optic cables was just an aesthetic bonus. "How does it work?" Jin asked, his engineer's mind clearly needing the technical details to feel safe. "Simple, really. We introduce a controlled population of the parasites into your bloodstream through a neural port." Kaia gestured to the crown-like device. "They migrate to your emotional processing centers and create temporary pathways. Then we pair you with another participant, someone chosen for emotional compatibility, and you experience each other's feelings in real time. Duration is typically 2 hours. And the other person? Random selection from our participant pool. Could be anyone on the ship who's signed up for the mutual empathy experience." Kaia pulled up the day's roster on her display. "Looks like we have a Ms. Rivera, aged 47, recently divorced, traveling to start fresh in the outer colonies. Her emotional profile suggests she's dealing with liberation anxiety mixed with profound loneliness. Should be a good match for your grief processing." Jin nodded slowly. "What are the risks?" "Minimal. Some participants report temporary emotional bleed-through for a few hours post-session. Occasional identity confusion if the experience is particularly intense. Standard corporate liability waivers apply. Naturally."